Hey, Paul here, and in this video, we're going to talk about how the coronavirus has affected, of all things, estate planning. So I'm Paul Rabelais. I'm an estate planning attorney. I help keep our clients' legal affairs, our clients' legal affairs in order. And it's no secret that the coronavirus has had a major impact on our economy. Restaurants closed, schools closed, universities closed, bars closed, movie theaters are closed, amongst so many other businesses that have been impacted. And our business of estate planning is really no different. We work in general with the elderly, and those are the people that seem to be at the highest risk of having complications from the coronavirus. So the first thing I want to emphasize is the first concern is all about making sure that we're all healthy and following the health guidelines of our leaders, so that the virus, that curve can be flattened out and there's as minimal impact as there can be on the public and on the community and on the elderly. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of observations of what I'm seeing out there. So just in the last few days, I kind of keep a pretty busy calendar, and we've had, a number of people, maybe in the last 3 or 4 business days, maybe half of the people who were scheduled to come in, called up and said, no, we don't feel right getting out of our house. We've self-quarantined. We're 70 years old. And so, we're not going to get out right now. And then maybe a certain other portion of the population is still okay with coming to the office, very small setting, no group setting, and going ahead and conducting business. So some of the people that have kind of canceled or postponed things, they were scheduled to discuss what their overall estate plan would look like, starting from scratch. Other people who have postponed things, everything's in place. They're just coming in to get things signed, and they wanted to postpone that. So I feel like if we can all do our part to flatten that curve, and this thing maybe has a serious effect on the community and on business and on the economy for just the next few weeks, then everybody's going to come out okay. We'll pick up where we left off, and things will go fine. However, if this thing goes on for months, it's going to get messy. It's going to get messy for the economy, not to mention our little bitty estate planning piece of the overall economy. So my advice to the public, at least as it relates to estate planning, is first and foremost, do what you need to do to stay healthy. If you need to stay home, stay home. If you're comfortable getting out, but you can do so within the confines of what our leaders are recommending that you do, great. Now, estate planning, never sleep. I was going to say it never dies, no pun intended, but it never sleeps. Some people, as we go through this, they're going to need the services of an estate planning attorney like myself, and like the woman this morning whose husband died recently, and accounts are frozen. She needs to get access to things. She needs to sell some vehicles that were in her husband's name, and she can't do it. She's got to go through the process of getting things out of his name so she can get on with her life. And then there's a lot of people who, maybe they've been putting off estate planning, and now that this has happened, they feel like, we got to get all that healthcare stuff straight. We got to get all our power of attorney straight. I've been putting off getting with a lawyer and making sure that, the distributions when I pass away are right, naming the right people to be in charge of all that. Been putting it off. But, coronavirus, guess we can't do it until, weeks or months from now. And really, I'm here to say, for those of you who, if you're losing sleep because you need to get things done that aren't getting done because of the coronavirus, my suggestion is there's thousands of estate planning attorneys around the country who are ready, willing, and able to help you. And maybe you reaching out to them and helping them, may help that lawyer and the administrative person get through this difficulty. So, and something we've been doing for the last several years a lot is I'll call it the virtual estate planning. Because I help a lot of our firm's clients some of whom live hundreds of miles away. They may live in my state, but they live hundreds of miles away. And it's just not practical to have all these face-to-face meetings. So we do all of our work, I call it virtually. So if you have a need and you want to take care of that need, I would say reach out to that attorney that you've been wanting to reach out to, and reach out by phone or reach out by email. And then schedule a time where you can talk by phone, or you can conference by video conferencing. A couple of things we've done in our office, and I've been doing this for the last couple of years, is on our website and in our emails, if people want to schedule just a short chat to begin with, they can click on a link on my website, get access to my calendar, and go ahead and schedule, so that there's no no ping pong back and forth on the missed phone calls. It's scheduled and we can get right to business. And then one thing we're really beefing up now is our web conferencing with apps like Zoom and others. It makes it real easy for those people who like the face-to-face, but don't want to travel and don't want to risk getting sick. You can do all of this with your computers and with your phones and with your tablets, and it's almost like being there face-to-face. So a lot of our clients, we had that conversation over the phone, and decisions got made, and then information got exchanged electronically, and then documents got submitted and reviewed electronically. And then once we all knew that everything was perfect, then it's just a matter of getting the appropriate estate planning documentation executed or signed, and in many cases notarized and witnessed. And so that's the only piece that may require additional people to be around. So for those of you who are self-quarantined, that can be done through things like a mobile notary coming to visit with you. We still have people coming into the office, but those meetings are bam, bam, not a lot of people around. Just come in, get the signatures on it, keep our distance, and then things are in place from there. So again, point number one, stay healthy. Do whatever you need to do, if it's self-quarantine or what, to stay healthy. Don't risk getting sick. Number two, if this estate stuff is bothering you, that you're not able to get something done that you want and need to get done, explore the virtual route by reaching out, phone, email, and then having all those communications electronically. And then it's just a matter of getting things signed at the end. So anyway, that's where we are. Could be changing from day to day. I think in the future there will be a lot more of this virtual estate planning. I look at it like I look at the financial services industry. Many people have their retirement savings held through a brokerage firm, and the people have no face-to-face contact with their advisors, because their advisors are in some Charles Schwab corporate office, Fidelity Investments corporate office, Vanguard corporate office, and everything's done virtually and electronically. So I see that happening as well on the estate planning side. Okay, so everyone stay safe. It's my one coronavirus video that I want to make. If you're up for it and you felt like this provided some value, give it the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We'll see you next time.